In this video, I'm going to teach you how to get your first buyer lead. This system got implemented and within the first 10 hours got me a first real verified lead that I'm working with right now. So this was tried recently. It's using Meta. So it's a Meta lead gen quest from ad to buyer client. You have to get through all these levels to get the lead and close the buyer. This video is made because there's a lot of things on BoldTrail. There's a lot of things on kvCORE, but BoldTrail is too vague. kvCORE is really in depth, but everything is outdated. So I spent hours and hours and hours aggregating this information for me to follow through with it. And I just want to get through it in one take for you guys so that you actually have an A to Z system to follow and don't have to look everywhere on the internet just for these answers. So the core rule or level 0 is you have to understand why this matters. Speed to lead is what's going to set you apart from other people. What do I mean by that? If you respond fast, the study is leads will convert at a higher percentage, and that percentage is actually 391%. If you just want that percentage of conversion with minimal effort, then respond to lead within 60 seconds, and this whole system is actually going to help you do that. It's going to help you deliver value immediately. And you'll know when you're on the right track when you have downloaded or printed, or at least have this checklist right in front of you. That's step 1. Now let's graduate, earn some EXP, graduate to level 1. Now we need to lay down your meta foundation. Why this matters? A bad setup equals errors and waste of time. I had a bad setup. I went through this many times, many iterations with all the old information. So I tried to stockpile this information and then execute on it. And once I executed on it, everything broke. So I'm going to show you how to skip that. You're going to have to create your business portfolio in Business Setup. So you're going to go over to Meta. When you type in Meta or Meta Ads Manager, you're going to come up with a page like this. You're going to want to click Start Now. It's going to ask you to log into your page. I've already got mine logged in here. You're going to see your account. Boom. Now, what you want to do is you want to create one of these business portfolios. How do you do that? You click on Create Business Portfolio. You type in your name here. You're going to enter your first name, then your last name, and then your business email at whatever, create. Once you create it, it's going to create one of these right here. Once you've created one of these, I've got 0 ad accounts in here. You're going to want to create an ad account inside of that. By going to that little gear, you see it pulls up this page. Scroll down to add accounts. You're going to add one, create a new one, the name of it, and then you're going to go through usage, confirm, and then create it, right? Once you create it, you're going to see the ad account right here. Then you're going to want to connect some pages. This is a Facebook business page. Before I get ahead of myself, because you could do this somewhere else too. Yeah, create your ad account. So you're going to want to check off these 2 boxes. You know it's a checkpoint when you can see your ad account in the settings, just like how I showed you. You're going to graduate, collect that XP, go to level 2. Now your campaign setup. In this, we're going to set up the objective to get leads. We're going to declare special ad categories of housing. Then we're going to start with a simple budget of $20 a day. You'll know when you're done when you have a campaign plus ad set, campaign and ad set that are created with a name. This matters because structure keeps you from guessing. I mean, you're not wrong. We're going to head over here. I've already got this one created, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate it. You're going to go to create your first ad campaign, and you're going to name it something like this. Custom list in Orange County under 1.5. Where'd I pull this number from? We're going to get into where I pulled this number and why I chose Orange County. But you're going to want to put custom list in a pretty sizable area, whether it's a city, if the city's too small, choose a county. And then we're going to put campaign. You need this because this is a campaign name. I didn't do this in somewhere else in the system when I had to go look for what this is called. Everything was named just this. And when that happened, I had no idea what to choose. And a headache just was inevitable. All right, I've already got my campaigns here. You're going to create your campaign. It's going to be an auction. You're going to go to leads because that's what we want. Click continue. Always put manual. You don't need those tailored ones. For your name, you're going to put this custom list in, pick a city or county that has a sizable amount of people. You'll know that it's a sizable amount of people that if when you talk about your city, people go, oh, that's a very small town. If people tend to do that, pick the county that the city is located in. If they don't say that, pick your city. This is going to be where you want majority of your clients that you want to service are. So if you want to service clients from the next city over because they pay better or you can get more clients from there that you've serviced before, pick that city. Then you're going to go ahead and for that specific city, you're going to see what is the median, not average. Pay attention to that. I have a bunch of videos on why you want to choose median over average. We're going to choose the median home price for that specific area. And if it's 1,485,000, then what you're going to want to do is round that up. So that's why I put 1.5. Then you're going to name it campaign. When we get into labeling later, this actually really does matter, and people don't tell you to put this, and I'm going to tell you to put this because when you need to find out what the campaign name is, and you can't see this label of campaign name in the other menus, you're going to regret it. You're going to want to come back and name this as what it is. And you'll see why. And that's because we're naming our campaign here. We're going to have to name an ad set. It's going to be the same exact name. Then we're going to have to name our ad. It's going to be the same exact name. Except the differentiator is going to be this one word, campaign. For the ad set, we're going to put ad set. For the ad, we're going to put ad. Now that we've got that, you're going to copy my settings I have here. Special ad categories, you're going to put houses, or housing rather. Then you're going to click next. You're going to make sure that you're on ad set. You're going to go to instant forms. Make sure you have your page selected. If you don't have a page, then set up a page. It'll have a place for you to, maybe you could push learn more. But when I had no pages set up here, it said create a page, or you can literally add your already created business page. Be sure that it's a business page with your name. And once that's created, you can set it up here. The reason why you need this is between this and the account is that tracking looks different on the back end for a business than it does look for a personal account. So you're going to want to do this through a business account. You've already made the business account, which is the back end. Now you need to marry it to the front end, which is the actual page, business page. Business page, as you see here, has my first and last name. So now what we're doing is we're saying, hey, look, we are in the back end ads manager. We want to execute on these things that we're filling in on this form. But where is it going to go? And who is it going to run through? Well, it's going to run through my business page. That way, when people see it and they want to click on my name, then it'll go to my business page. They can't click on your name and go to this back end. That's not how it works. That would be ridiculous, right? You don't want them seeing all this stuff. You're going to leave all this the same. Your budget is $20 a day. Read this here. As you see, it's rather a collection of what you do in the week divided by the number of days. So if you're winning on one day a lot, it's not going to cut off your ad spend. It's going to shove all the money into that one day because whatever reason, maybe it's an event that day that's making people want to buy. Whatever it may be, you're going to want more people to convert on that day. And you'll just hold out for the next week. Unless you want to change it, you could change it later so you can add more money into it because you're like, dude, I'm getting all these leads. Might as well get more. Leave it at 20 for now. Start day is going to auto-populate to today. Completely fine. A lot of people urge other people to set an end date because for some reason, some people seem to forget that they're running this ad. I check my bank account every day, so I'll always see these coming out. I'm not going to check it. For your audience controls, you're going to leave this blank for now. In retargeting, we'll talk about that later. You're going to want to change this. For locations, if you put edit on the location, you can put your county. If you drop the pin right there and that's where you want to pull people in, keep in mind it's a 15-mile radius minimum and a 50 maximum. This is just the rules for housing. So roll with it because that's the only option you have. Now we're in our already named. We just named this before, except we're going to put add. All right, so we've got this named already. We're going to go back to our Meta Foundation. We got that checked off. We got that checked off. So we're moving on to level 2, which is the campaign setup. If you want to be around tactics like this, then join the Swole group at Rental Lawrence, California. I'll see you there. We've already done this. We've already done this. We've already done this. So we actually collect on those XP points, and we can move on to level 3. Lead magnet. Why this matters? People want something right now. Building a home, list link, or squeeze page. Pretty sure that's not how you spell that. Define a tight area, 15-mile radius, and add the clear price. Test the link in incognito mode. Link that works and shows the right home is when you know you've hit that checkpoint. What is it talking about? What we're going to do is exactly what level 3 says. We're going to head over to our BoldTrail or kvCORE. It's the same thing. I'm going to use BoldTrail with Remax. You use your BoldTrail with whoever you got. You're going to want to head over to your web and IDX. That's wrong. You're going to want to head over to your lead engine. You have your squeeze page here. Click on your page that you've already got set up. All right, your city's probably going to pop up, but I'm just doing a zip code for now. So you saw it as a drop down, or you can even draw on the map. So if you need to do that, then you can always do that. All right, go ahead and select where you want to service. Apply that drawing. Listing types, you're going to want to come down to single family. Active. Price range, what do we say? 1.4 something something. So you want to go down 100,000 to 150. And in this case, since this is in the millions, we're going to go down approximately 150. So we're going to go 1-3, just like this. That math isn't insanely accurate, but it's good enough. One more 0. Once you've got that, now you're going to go ahead and click this generated button. You're going to generate that. It's going to pop. You know what? I'm just going to do it for you. Click copy, right? Now, every time I'm going to put cognito. This is how you're going to test, right? You're going to do it incognito, and then you're going to copy and paste that link that was generated to here. And it's going to show you. We're going to close out this level 3 lead magnet with the creation of our IDX squeeze page here. You're going to enter in the appropriate steps, generate the link. And when you generate the link, it's going to give you this page. You're going to save the link because you want to put the link in the Insta Forms when you're done creating the Insta Forms. This is going to be that custom list that you want for the people that are clicking on this link, want this custom list of homes in the area. It's just like Zillow, except it's convenient, it's speedy. People love convenience and speediness and free. And so you're bringing all of that to them. That's really the value that you're bringing here. You're going to save that link to put in the Insta form. So remember that. You're going to click on create form and copy this format that I have here. This is going to be the copy that you're going to use for this section. You're going to put in, you know what, I'm going to click it. The title is what you've been using, custom list in X area with X feature for X dollars. But you're going to put form at the end of this. Then you're going to put higher intent. You're going to require this. Then you're going to go next. Take up the greeting. Select this. Turn this on. It's going to use the image that you're already using your ad copy. You're going to click X on this. Fill in the description. Make sure that you have the first name and last name. So you're going to want to delete the full name. This is going to work for your Zapier later. You're going to put in first name. Then you're going to put in last name. Then you're going to next. The link for your privacy policy is going to be on your IDX page. Click on your main icon here. Go all the way to the bottom. I'm going to hide this privacy policy. You're going to copy this link right here, and you're going to put it in right here. This, you could just let it be privacy policy. Next. Next. I'll show you to put in your headline, in your description. Put go to website. The link is your IDX, the one that we just created over here, which is right here. So when you built all this out, right? Your maximum range is going to be whatever your median price, not the average, but the median price for your area that you want to farm in. Round that up to the nearest round number. That's going to be your max. And then go down $100,000 to $150,000. That's going to be your minimum range. Make sure it's single family, active homes. Generate a link. You're going to generate that link, and that's the link that you're going to be putting in here. Your call to action, I'll show you what to put in there. Then you're going to click on create form. I've already created my form, so I'm not worried about it. Here's an example of the form that I already got, and I told you that I was going to show you what to put in there, so let me show you what to put in there. Contact information, this is what you're going to put for that. You're going to, it's not letting me go. Privacy policy, that's what your privacy policy is going to look like. Then you're going to put this as your header or headline, and then this is the description. And this is going to be that CTA we were talking about. Okay. Make sure it makes sense for where you're at. Then you're going to select your ad creative, edit media. We're going to put edit media. You're going to put create media. What I did was I have this photo right here, this picture right here. It looked like this, and then I used an upscaler with AI to make it this way. This house doesn't actually exist. What I did was I pulled the top 3 houses that sold in the last month within the price range in the area, and then I tweaked the image using Nano Banana, which is active inside of this website, which is called Free Pick. Changed the color of this from a throw up brown to this white. Took off some solar panels that were generated on this house, and did an upscaler. You can use any of the previously listed properties that you've worked with in that area around that price point. You don't have anything, go ahead and use this. I am AI inclined, and I really love AI, so I always use AI. But you don't have to. So you click on next, make sure these are toggled in the area. You can drag and drop. You can drag those to fit inside of those borders. Then you're going to put primary text and headlines. I'll show you what I got for mine here in a second. You're going to want to make sure these are toggled on so that you can get some crazy cool features. Primary text and headlines is all you need. You don't need the description. I use ChatGPT to get mine. You want plenty of emojis. You want it to be eye-catching. You want it to answer questions like, why should somebody click on this? What's a common misconception? How can they go from not owning a house to owning a house in this area in the price range? You're going to want to talk about what it is that you're going to be discussing. What's the next steps that they can take in order to complete this action? That's a prompt. You can compile that into a prompt to feed into ChatGPT and ask it to give you 5 variants so that you can fill in 5 variants for this ad, just like I have on my my other ads, which I'll show you. The tracking, you're going to check these boxes, create that meta pixel for yourself. When you create that meta pixel, you can either create it there or you can create it here. Either way, it'll kick you to this section of meta where you can connect data, select web, next, create a new data set. That way, the metapixel can be that person that holds the hand of the user who's going from a random user to somebody who walks through your Insta form, your ad, your IDX website. And a lot of devices actually hinder you from doing that. So you need an automation or a Zapier in order to have it's almost like having guards at your website and your Facebook separately instead of holding the hand of the user, because a lot of devices allow you to opt out of that. You can have those people reporting back to each other. Hey, this person is clicking here, here, and here. You need to know that because you need to be able to charge me appropriately for people actually acting on my ad. That way you can get more leads for less money. And Meta can be more efficient because they're a business. They want you to use their services. So they want to be more efficient so that you get more for less money. All right, so now we went through the Insta form, we went through the tracking. Now we're on automation. Now that we're on automation, this is the automation you have to build. Create a Zap. You need a premium account to use this premium feature. Sorry to say. Start off with Facebook Leads ads, register your account there. Make sure it's the exact same account that we're using on your Meta that you created, your business account. When a new lead comes through, you want to send that new lead to your kvCORE. And then when that new lead gets sent to your kvCORE, you want two different paths. You want a path that's going to the Facebook conversion to tell Facebook, hey, while they were on my kvCORE, aka my IDX website, or getting changed within my kvCORE as an active lead or a lead that didn't really care, you want that data to go back to Facebook. You also, if you have somebody on your team that needs to act on this lead, you want to send them a SMS or a message, and you could do that with a Zap. I went into this in detail. It got cut off from the recording. So let me know if you want me to go into greater detail on how to actually create this step by step. And I'll be more than happy to do that. It's just I don't feel like spending another 30 minutes when my recorder messed up. So apologies. All right. So we went through that automation, and now you've launched everything. Now all you need to do is just service the actual final boss, which is the buyer client. You can use that same Zapier to service those people. You can get them to have something tangible that they can receive as soon as they become a lead. That way, the speed to lead shrinks and they actually follow through with the purchase, like we talked about in the beginning. If you can contact the lead within the first 60 seconds, your chances of them converting go up to 391% for free. That has been an all-encompassing A to Z walkthrough on how to get from not running ads to running ads. This is how I got my first lead within 10 hours of even implementing this. And as we speak, I have 3 leads total, and it's been less than 48 hours. Hopefully this helps.